Hello, Georgia State fans. I'm Justin DeWitt.
And I'm Brianna Dahlquist.
And welcome back to another episode of Primetime Sportz, where we give you all the sports coverage you could ask for, from regular Joes all the way to the pros.
And speaking of the pros, as you all know, we're just 2 days away from the Super Bowl 52 with the New England Patriots versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And we've asked your favorite sports reporters for their predictions. Now, you guys may or may not know, but I'm a die-hard Patriots fan since I could, walk. But as you can see, my colleagues really don't feel the same way. Now, we got Kayla, Gawan, and Cecil saying the Eagles are going to fly, but it looks like the other side of my team knows what's up. We got Matthew, we got Wendy, we got Caleb, David, and my girl Jasmine, who, hopped on that bandwagon for a little bit. So, Justin, I heard you finally came to your senses and predicted that the best team in the NFL is going to win the Super Bowl again. What happened? What changed?
So the only thing that changed is I no longer have any horses in this race. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even watch the Super Bowl. But if I'm going to be honest, this is Tom Brady. This is the Super Bowl, the biggest stage of the NFL. I can't go against him. He's the pro of all pros.
He's the GOAT.
While we're on the topic of pros, we'd like to congratulate former Georgia State Panther Siobhan Wilson on signing a contract with Spanish club Malaga CF. It's been almost a decade since Georgia State had a female player make it to the next level. Wilson joins Christina Mann and Kay Harburger on a short list of Panthers to sign a pro contract.
Definitely a victory for Miss Wilson, but let me give you a little background history on her inspiring journey on accomplishing her dreams. Now, she got her start at a community college, then she transferred to Clayton State, and then she transferred again to Georgia State University and had to medically redshirt for the entire 2016 season after just playing in 2 matches. In her senior year, she was sidelined again for the majority of her season due to an injury. Now, Justin, despite her dealings with various setbacks, Siobhan Wilson still proved she had what it took. She still proved that she was a pro. And if you don't call that a pro, I don't know what a pro is.
No, I definitely agree. She definitely showed that she deserves an opportunity to be a pro. She showed resiliency. She showed she can overcome adversity. So congratulations, Siobhan. Later this week, our very own Wendy fan will have an exclusive one-on-one interview with Siobhan Wilson right here on Primetime Sportz. Now, she isn't the only shining star being recognized today. For the 3rd time in his career, and for the 2nd time this season, guard DeMarcus Simons earned Sun Belt Player of the Week honors for leading the men's basketball team to 2 solid victories. Personally, I think Simons can be given this award every single week because he's always in attack mode and he's unapologetic about it.
You know what, Justin? I'm going to have to agree with you. Simons dominated last week. He started the week off collecting his 4th double-double of the season with 29 points and 10 rebounds in the 81-75 win against the Sun Belt preseason favorite, UT Arlington. Then, to wrap up the week in a very defensive, a very scrappy game, Simons finished with 20 points, 3 assists, and a 54-50 win against Texas State to grab 2nd place in the Sun Belt.
Yes, they definitely showed they can play. They were ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, not only does Simons lead the Sun Belt in scoring, but his points per game is currently the best in school history, and simultaneously, Georgia State's 16-6 start is 2nd best 22-game start in program history. Coincidence? I think not. As of right now, the men's basketball team is on an 8-game winning streak.
That's right. Over the past 8 games, they've beaten teams by an average of 8 points. Not only that, they've held their opponents under 40% shooting in the past 6 games. Now, we know this team can hoop with anybody in the Sun Belt, but now they can guard anybody in the Sun Belt too. Now, Justin, as much success as this men's basketball team has been getting, we can't say the same for the women's basketball team. They've been having a really, really rough time. The Lady Panthers also traveled to Arkansas State, yet they fell 76-63. Yeah. What's going on?
It seems like we're singing the same old song. The ladies come out, start the game strong with a lot of energy, and when it gets close, when it gets tight, they fall apart. A lot of turnovers. So either they're running out of gas or they're cracking under pressure when the going gets good.
Yeah, it was turnover city.
Now, Georgia State has to figure this out as soon as possible.
Yeah. Now, Georgia State is back in action for another doubleheader on Saturday, facing Little Rock at Jack Stevens Center. The women's game tip-off at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the men's game at 6 o'clock.
Yes. And now, let's move on to the outside courts that are steaming hot. Not because they're playing under the sun, but because this men's tennis team is fresh off an impressive 4-2 victory over the LSU Tigers. This match concluded the ITA kickoff weekend, and up next, they'll face off with the Auburn Tigers. With the win over them, Georgia State can earn its second Power 5 victory in a row.
Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Prime Sports with a Z and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. Thank you and have a blessed weekend.
Enjoy your weekend.